investment. And we said, okay, let's bring in companies as well, just like we did with ESOP. Support them with the enabling environment and land. And of course, they have brought in the factories. Saros is there now, doing cassava for ethanol. Dufil is there, doing cassava for starch. Prime Plantation, cassava for ethanol. Of course, Prime Plantation is doing the most ambitious one to at 1,200 metric ton of cassava a day. And what that then means is that if you have this processing plant, that will drive the growth of cassava cultivation. So now what we have deliberately done in this whole area is to say, okay, once there are processing factories, there will automatically be off-taker for our smallholder farmers. And that, of course, creates wealth for our people. That's just it. Now you have oil palms now, there are factories to take it from you. You have your cassava. Cassava will take about 2,200 metric tons. So that's the three companies combined of cassava tubers every day at optimal utilization. And you know what that means? That's you cultivated by, they will require 100 hectares. Of course, this has also prompted Mr. Governor to start up another initiative to say, look, if we do not deliberately intensify cassava cultivation, it might affect our staple food, which is, of course, I know you probably ate this morning, akpu and fufu and some of these other crops. So now we have just started cassava intensification. We are asking other communities to join, to buy into it, so that we will be able to create more wealth for our people. More of our people will now begin to farm more cassava for, of course, ready offtake is there for, off-taker is there for them. So these are some of the initiatives we have done. So first we have developed policies that have brought about these industries and, develop strategy on how we can support these industries to create wealth and prosperity for our people.
Sir, categorically, in food security, what percentage, in your mandate you were given, what percentage can you say you have achieved so far, looking at the terrain that in the next 10 months, this government should call it a quit?
Quite frankly, if you ask me to scale it, I will say that we, for the first time in a very long time, we can say we have achieved over 100% because our initiative has transformed agriculture. In fact, I should not be shy to use the word. We have revolutionized agriculture. So you are not just farming subsistently, you're also farming for commercial purpose. You see, that's been the bane. That's been the problem of farmers. Because why they remain subsistent? Because there is no off-taker. So now there's off-taker, they cannot grow for commercial purpose. Because if you farm, for instance, cassava, and nobody to take it, you have, I recall in 2023, at one of the State Security Council meeting in my local government, where the woman leader in that council said there was glut in cassava and dairy, the end product of it, and women are not able to sell at the right pricing, and that is affecting homes. So you know what that means? There was a pushback to cultivation, but today we are now asking people, cultivate as much as you can because there is a market. I don't know.
Very
so
well,
what we have just done in this government was to revolutionize, to change the narrative completely from just let me farm what I can eat and the small that I can sell, to say farm as much as you can as there is a ready market. You see, for instance, again, we said, if you look at the global market for cashew, we have done the survey and said, the governor said, listen, what can we do to drive cashew production? Because they say high demand for cashew nuts. And we came up with a polyclonal variety that when you plant, as against 4 years maturity for the old seedling, now you now have a seedling that you can start harvesting in 18 to 24 months. And it's not just that. The old variety gives you an average of 400 kilograms per hectare, whereas this new variety gives you between 800 kilograms to 1.2 ton per hectare. So you see, introducing this to the space, to the cashew ecosystem, that will further create work for our people. It's deliberate. The government supported over 200,000 of polyclonal seedling for our farmers. Am I communicating? And it's deliberate. Because we have comparative advantage in cashew production, especially in the whole of our Edo Central and Edo North part of the states. We're expected to just doing, no, it's not about groundbreaking, MOU, no, we've gone past that. I can tell you another one for free. In our Edo State Summit at China recently, Funjan, where we met with investors, of course, Mr. Governor addressed them about the potential of Edo State, particularly in agriculture. I was there. I also addressed the investors. And as I speak to you, less than 20 days from our visit, there is one investor who has arrived in Nigeria, met with Mr. Governor. I was there, and said, they are ready to come and do agribusiness in Edo. And as we speak, we have just forwarded to them locations that we think is proper for their investment. And along by the calculation, what we have, just preliminary estimation, this singular action can employ over 2,000 direct labor. So these are initiatives that this government has done that I think that our Edo people will live to remember and rejoice when they hear Godwin Nogegase or Baseki's name.
Okay, sir. There was something that was in
particularly, you see, the world is going global now. Manufacturers now come meet with clients. That's business to customer kind of relationship. So we just deliberately created, or removed the middleman barrier and asked our farmers to engage directly with the client. Of course, we will not kill our markets. Do you understand? But from time to time, we'll continue to create this kind of engagement of our farmers and direct buyers. Of course, you noticed on that day there was a relative gap between what they sell some of those things in the market and that. But you cannot continue every day demand farmers to just leave their farm and come to the market. Who will not farm the farm? So we will come to develop this initiative as we progress.
Yeah, I wanted to ask because we interacted with a few people and they said, let this thing be more of, even the farmers themselves were saying, can we do this more?
The farmers have to farm their farm.
Okay, so what I want to ask is, you talked about the subsistence farmers.
Get it right, so that you understand it very clearly. The factory owners want raw material. Our engagement is to provide for the farmers the right seedlings, the right stem for them to cultivate. Most often, the factory owners go and buy from farm gates. Are you getting the point now? If you do go as far as Ilushi, go as far as Anegbeta, Ganibode, go as far as the down Oriomo, very end of Oriomo, to go and source for this raw material. So the farmers don't have to leave their farm. They can only say, give notice of readiness for their matured farm for harvest. So the farmers are going to, of course, very much be more happier than they used to be, because we have been able to eliminate the barrier.
Thank you very much, sir.